WWE Crown Jewel 2025 predictions. I'm Will. That's Brandon. We're the Cousins of Destruction Wrestling Podcast. As always, cheers. Talk about some wrestling.
Yeah, we're about a week away, or I guess a little less now. Crown Jewel Perth, bright and early, Saturday morning. That's going to be real nice. I'm going to like that.
Nice and early in the morning. Make sure to stop by on our YouTube for our live stream of it because we'll be there bright and early, maybe with some mimosas. Come join us. YouTube.com/COD WrestlePod. But let's get into it. Right now, 4 matches. Four matches in the good old WWE PLE. We're going to talk about maybe some matches that may be added on here. We may as well get started with what we think is going to happen tonight on Raw. Guessing some sort of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso tag team to take on the Vision. Some people are saying maybe a Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. Do we think they're going to add one more match here?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some sort of combination of that. I do see the people that say, well, they've already done that one time, right, with the Roman and Jey tag team stuff, but it's really hard for me to not see Jey Uso on the card some way, somehow, especially given this new kind of aggressive, it's always me, maybe tribal chief Jey Uso. So I think we get some sort of announcement tonight. I would lean more towards the tag match, but it is if it is just Roman versus Braun, like I'm also okay with that. But I think Jey's got to be there some way, somehow.
Yeah, I mean, if they do it, I think we'll probably do the tag team match. I know we've already seen it, and if they do the tag team match, I do think we're going to get Roman and Jey winning the thing. I think that we're going to, most our story from here on out or in the foreseeable future is going to be Roman kind of in Jey's corner. We're really going to start buffing up Jey Uso again. He won't be taking any pins anytime soon. If they do run a Roman solo, I still think Roman will get the win, even in a solo match, probably with the help of Jey Uso. I really think just the whole story is going to be pushing Jey Uso. So anything he's around right now, unless Jimmy's involved, I don't think they're losing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think if it's Roman solo or Roman Jey, like some way, somehow they're getting the win. Which kind of always seems to be the case. But at least right now you can say it's the same thing, but it's different.
Same, but different.
Same, but different.
Right now we don't really have, well, I guess the 2 championship matches are Raw, SmackDown, right? Obviously, they're not Raw specific or SmackDown specific. And you could argue John Cena, AJ Styles isn't either. I don't really know. It's kind of John Cena floats anywhere. But it doesn't feel like any of the big time SmackDown stories have a presence here on Crown Jewel. Do you think we get anything like maybe... I mean, I just kind of formulated in my head, maybe we get a triple threat. Sami Zayn, Miz, Mello, U.S. Championship match, anything of that?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty much to the point that I think Sami Zayn is pretty much reserved for any SmackDown and all SmackDowns. I think that they love to just throw Sami Zayn out there. Hey, it's a time filler. It's a nice, hey, you can pencil in a 20-minute segment, 20-minute match here. Plus maybe, commercials, you get maybe a half hour because you get entrances and all this stuff. So I'm going to just save that specifically for SmackDown. Which kind of sucks because I'm really enjoying the Sami Zayn stuff. I wouldn't mind a appearance at a PLE of some sort, but I think that's just SmackDown specific. SmackDown Sami, we'll call on.
SmackDown Sami. I like having SmackDown Sami in the middle putting on banger matches, so I agree. I don't think we're going to get it. And if we were to get it, just in honor of the predictions here, Sami's winning it, right? I don't think Sami's losing anytime soon. Unless you get maybe an Obafemi call-up, which would be freaking awesome. But let's get into the bulk of it, the actual 4 matches that we do have here at Crown Jewel in Perth. And because it's in Perth, might as well start with the hometown girl who will be fighting on her birthday. It's going to be Rio. Well, that's kind of what we call them.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, Io Sky will be taking on the Kabuki Warriors of Crown Jewel. Who do we got winning it?
Yeah, you just kind of said it there. Home country, Rhea. Birthday, Rhea. Rhea must pose. So for that reason, and that reason alone, I'm picking the Kabuki Warriors. I think it just makes sense story-wise. Now, I may be, really wrong here. It's kind of like betting against the Chiefs. You keep doing it, and eventually, you're going to be right one of these times. Rhea Ripley always kind of stands tall. But at the end of the day, in terms of the storyline, like I've really been thinking about it. If Rhea Ripley and Io Sky win here, where do you go? I think we all kind of can agree that this is some sort of war game set up, right? So some sort of twist and turn and some sort of Kabuki Warrior standing tall. Maybe you get some sort of help from somebody else to maybe set up the war game stuff right down the line. So I got Kabuki Warriors on this one. I don't feel super confident about it. I would feel more confident, obviously, if it wasn't her birthday, if it wasn't in the home country, then I'd be all for that. Like, I'd be like, yeah, Kabuki Warriors 100%, but a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Rhea and Io here just for that final reason that you kind of put out there of like she's in her hometown. It's going to be on her birthday. It's the first time Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will be teaming up for the, that's a big time tag team. They're going to be loved, cheered out the building. So I'm going to go with the hometown people getting the nod here. But if I had to choose for myself, I would have the Kabuki Warriors win this thing here because the heel turn needs to feel big. And I think that the heel turn needs to be solidified with a Kairi Sane full bought into the heel turn. So I do think we're going to get her really going after Io and making it known that she chose Asuka. There's no more chances for Io to get back into the family. Like, here we go with that. So if I was booking it, I would like to see the Kabuki Warriors win here, really solidify that heel turn for both of them, make them feel like prominent, tag team championship material maybe down the line after we do whatever we're doing with Charlexa and Zaruka maybe. So Kabuki Warriors should win this one, but it's freaking Rhea Ripley in Perth, Australia on her birthday. I'm not picking against it.
Yeah, it makes me think there's going to be some sort of dilemma with Io Sky in terms of, do I trust the family? Do I go back to them?
Yeah.
Or do I trust Rhea? I mean, that's obviously the whole story that we've been getting, right? So maybe the uncertainty there of Io maybe costs Rhea and Io. That's really the only way I can kind of see Kabuki Warriors getting a win there.
Or Rhea just stacks them both, in Perth. Fireworks. Why not?
Maybe. It might be what happens.
We're moving on to the other non-title match here on the card. We do have John Cena taking on AJ Styles. Dream match at Crown Jewel. Who's winning this one?
Yeah, I'm going to start off by saying, to me, I don't really care. In terms of, actual, winners, okay, yeah, I'll be happy if AJ Styles wins. I'll be happy if John Cena wins. It's going to be a fantastic match. It's going to be great. We've been talking about John Cena's retirement tour, really kind of putting to bed those sayings of, hey, he can't wrestle. You can't wrestle, John. Well, how about this? I'm going to go out and show you that I can. Most of the matches have been phenomenal, for lack of a better term here. I'm going John Cena on this one. I think you continue to have John Cena win until that final match, until that retirement match, that last match. So that's really kind of the only reason. Not a whole lot there. If you sit there and ask me, would I be upset about AJ winning? No, I would like John to win, but at the same time, I wouldn't be up in arms like I would, say, a Brock Lesnar win.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, amen to that. I do have John Cena winning this one. We're not getting any story going into this match, right? Which we don't need it, right? This is very much just a nod, tip of your cap to the fans and be like, hey, we've heard you. We all know that you really want this thing. We know Cena and AJ Styles really want this thing, so let's just freaking do it at a big time PLE in Perth. So I'm just happy that we're getting it. I'm with you. I don't think John Cena should be taking another pin until probably his final match. I'm more just looking forward to seeing these two in the ring, seeing what they can do, seeing if they can live up to the hype that the match is, gonna get just because of what's happened in the past and because John Cena's been able to put on some bangers recently and AJ hasn't really been given much to do lately. So it feels like there's a lot of things working here for something special to happen. But at the end of the day, John Cena, man, he's only got 5 appearances left. Let him win this one.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity. Like I said, with the Brock Lesnar stuff, kind of a stain. But now you have a chance to kind of reignite this retirement tour, really kind of go hard for the last couple appearances here, last few appearances.
Man, oh man. I hope they hug afterward. I'm be teary-eyed.
Yeah, they can hug. They can, hold up hands each other,
Yeah.
Boom.
John Cena lays down, lets AJ Styles get another pin. Then they both win. How about that?
There we
go. Everybody happy. Crown Jewel Championship matches. Those big old belts that everybody knows and loves, and we see them for about 10 minutes out of the year. Anyway, we do have the Women's Crown Jewel Championship match. Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Vaquer, who wins it.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
And it's not tough in terms of there's no real story here, right? In terms of at least the Cody Seth one, I know you play a little bit on the history and we'll get to all that in a minute, but there's really no buildup. There's really no anything. It is really just kind of champ versus champ here. You have Steph that obviously just won the title not too long ago against the longest reigning champ. I guess that's pretty much the story here. I've gone back and forth on this one. I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton on this one. Can I give you a ton of reason why? No, not really. I would like to see Stephanie win it, but I just don't see it happening. I think with the men's winner kind of dictates this one. I don't think you're going to have both from one show, so that's maybe a spoiler alert here. But Tiffany Stratton, I think, kind of maybe needs it a little bit more than Steph, I think. Stephanie at least has that it factor right now, and you can feel it. Feels different when Stephanie walks out there. Right now, Tiffany is very just blah right now, and it's been that way for a while. So maybe a nice win here over Stephanie will help, really kind of catapult Tiffany Stratton because she kind of needs that for that SmackDown Women's division right now.
I've gone back and forth on this one a lot. And right when Steph won the belt, like right after she won it, I was kind of like, Tiffany probably needs to win this one. But then we saw the Tiffany Stratton triple threat match and stuff. And it just feels like that title reign is stained. I don't think they have enough time, or I don't think there's anything you can really do to get the people back invested in Tiffany Stratton's first title reign. I think it's kind of over from that period. You know, I think that like we're all waiting for like a Bianca return. We're waiting for someone big to come and challenge and take that belt off Tiffany. So in that fact, I just don't think that Tiffany really needs to win this thing. Like, I think it's stained enough. I think that we're kind of over it. Stephanie is the new and cool toy that everybody wants to see do amazing things, right? So just have Stephanie walk in, beat Tiffany Stratton in a clean match, have her put the rocket shoes on and boost her to the moon, man. I just think that we can do a lot more with Stephanie right now than we can like hopelessly trying to save the first Tiffany title reign at the moment.
Yeah, the only pushback I'll give to that is they continue to say Tiffany has been undefeated.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they give that here. I mean, it would be nice to kind of give it here in an exhibition loss that like it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things here, but they keep saying undefeated, 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 undefeated. I don't know if you have somebody from the other show do that. So maybe, you know, it is a returning Bianca that does that and you can kind of give her that stock. But either way, like I said, I hope Stephanie gets it. If I had to choose who, kind of like the Kabuki Warriors Rhea one for you, if I had to choose who gets it, it would be Stephanie. But I'm a little hesitant, and I'm hesitant for both of the women coming out of this match because whether it is Stephanie, who probably ends up going into the War Game stuff, but there's not a lot there for her. Not a lot for Tiffany either.
Yeah, I'm with you on the undefeated thing. They're saying undefeated a hell of a lot of times, which makes you kind of think that like, ooh, whoever snaps that undefeated streak, that's a big, that's a notch under their belt. But it's like, that could be Stephanie's notch right now. If Bianca had already returned and we were kind of teasing that like, hey, once you get through this Crown Jewel match, I'm waiting for you, then I'd probably sit here and be like, okay, well, Bianca's going to be the one that defeats the undefeated streak, and here we go. But Tiffany's got nothing right now. We don't know if Bianca's coming back anytime soon. We all hope that, and we're all praying for it. We're like, please, we need it, SmackDown, but it's not there. There's only Jade and Nia still in the headlights for Tiffany. I mean, I guess Julia now. I don't know. Zelina Vega. Sorry about that. How dare I? So basically, there's nothing there. You know, if you want to break the undefeated streak, let Stephanie Vaquer do it, and let's have a good time with her. Is basically my opinion on it. Big one. We're rekindling an old rivalry here. It started back at WrestleMania 38, I think. 38, 39? 38, yeah, 38. Crown Jewel Men's Champion match. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, who's walking away the Ultimate Champion.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of just maybe spoiled mine. I don't think they're going to have both Crown Jewel winners from the same show. And maybe that's just me being like, hey, WWE has done it this way in the past, but who knows? Maybe they change. This one has to be pretty simple to me, honestly. This one has to be Seth Rollins in some way, shape, or form. I don't think the bigger question is who wins this match. I think it's how Seth wins this match. Does Seth do it on his own? Does he have help from the Vision? Does he send the Vision back? Do they defy Seth and end up listening to Paul instead of Seth? Does Seth bring somebody else in that he can fully trust? There's so many different layers to this thing, but it's got to be Seth Rollins. I think this one is pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not your day, Cody Rhodes. Like this needs to not be Cody Rhodes' day. You know, we've done, at this point, we've done the better part of 3.5, 4 years ever since he returned of just pushing Cody Rhodes to the moon, which I love it. I'm a huge Cody fan. I love every second of it. I'm not hating on the boy, but like right now it's Seth's story that should take precedent over all this stuff. The Vision stuff, all of that needs to take precedent over Cody Rhodes. We aren't really doing anything with Cody Rhodes right now on SmackDown. Like we've kind of hinted at Randy Orton a little bit, and Drew's already on the Fatu thing. So it's kind of one of those things where I feel like what I was saying with Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton, where Cody Rhodes' title reign is kind of just like in the beginnings of randomness, while Seth has all the meaningful meat happening right now in his storylines. You need to give him the win so that we can continue this storyline of the Vision and Seth ruling over all of wrestling and all of the WWE. So I just think it should be Seth's night.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Paul kind of planting those seeds that you're like, why is this even there? Maybe that somehow comes into play with Randy. Maybe there's some sort of miscommunication between Randy. Let's say the Vision run out there. Randy runs out there to save Cody. He ends up hitting Cody by accident. Maybe something like that. Maybe you get that ball rolling there. I know that's pretty much wishful thinking, but like you said, in terms of Tiffany and Cody, SmackDown side, there's really not a lot of story coming out of this stuff. So it's like, well, I wonder which way they're going to go. And I wonder if the seeds are going to be starting to get planted at Crown Jewel.
It's also one of those things where just like we know it's not going to be clean. Like this is going to be a match where there's going to be shenanigans out the wazoo. I mean, you could get a Randy Orton running out of there. You're going to get a Vision running out of there. No, you may get Becky Lynch. You may get Paul Heyman in trouble with Seth. You know, there's going to be so much clouding this that like those are the moments that Cody can lose. Like you're going to be fine. Like you can even, you know, rekindle that whatever happens in this match. If you want to do Seth and Cody down the line for some reason, just do it with this being the basis of it way down the line. So it's just like, this isn't going to be a clean match. No one's going to lose a bunch of stock here. Only one person can walk away with something good for their story. Cody does not need that right here. He doesn't need to go to SmackDown being like, yeah, I was able to win back-to-back Crown Jewel championships, everybody. So who's next? Like that doesn't do anything. Seth Rollins coming out of this. It's like, you know, I am the champion of champions. The Vision is the future. I did exactly what I was going to tell all of you. Like, you know, come at us, basically. We rule over everything. So it just makes sense to go Seth.
Yeah, exactly. And you say it's not going to be a clean match. Well, I mean, if you're Seth Rollins, you'd like a clean match.
That's true.
You'd like just a one-on-one, but like you said, we know that's not going to happen. So, and all the questions and all the match whole, you know, premise, I know it's champ versus champ, but it's all, does the Vision get involved? Does Paul Heyman call the shots? Like all of that story is there. So like you said, it's got to be Seth.
All the stories there, so go with that, basically. Anyway, those are our predictions for Crown Jewel. Only 4 matches on the card. Hoping for at least one more. Got to have Roman there. Got to have Jay, I would assume. So probably going to get that confirmed tonight on Monday Night Raw, which you should all come watch with us on our YouTube, youtube.com/CODWrestlePod. We will be live for Raw, SmackDown, and of course, Crown Jewel bright and early this weekend. So be there. Let us know in the comments your predictions to Crown Jewel as well, because we do love talking to you. And for everything else, COD WrestlePod, at COD WrestlePod, COD WrestlePod, link tree in our bio. Take you to all of our socials. Make sure to follow, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, because we think that you would love this type of content. But I'm Will, and that's Brandon. We're the Cousins of Destruction Wrestling Podcast. We will see you next time.